Alright, today we're going to go over how to multiply two matrices together. And to start, before you can do any kind of matrix multiplication, you have to make sure that it's possible to multiply them together. And the way you do that, you have to make sure you write out, like I have here, the size of the matrix. Like this is a 2 by 3 matrix and a 3 by 4 matrix. And to know if you can multiply them or not, the two inner dimensions have to be the same. So we have a 3 here and a 3 here. And if those aren't the same, you cannot multiply it. And it's pretty simple. To start, what you do is we know that it's going to result in a 2 by 4 matrix. That's the other thing. When you multiply them, the outer dimension is going to be the result. So we know it's going to result in a 2 by 4 matrix. So to start, let's just draw the 2 by 4 matrix. And let's say, you normally just go methodically. That's what's in this position. But let's just jump around a bit. Let's say we want it. Let's find what's in this position right here. So we know that this is. I probably shouldn't have done that, as it's crazy. But this is going to be the third column, the second row, and the third column. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the second row of this matrix up here, second row 260, and you're going to multiply that by the third column of here. And you just multiply the components themselves and then add them. So for this position, we're going to take, here, I'll just circle it, it's going to be this times this. So what you do is you take 2 right there times the 4, and then you add that to the 6 times this 3 over here, and add that to 0 times 5. And what that's going to get you after you do that is 26. And that number right there is the number that you're going to punch right in here, 26. And you just go through and you do them all. So let's say we're looking for this guy right here. That one is the first row. This first row here, I'll switch colors. It's this first row, and it's the first row, and it's the fourth column here. So we're going to multiply it by this fourth column over here. And you just do the same thing. You take the first component over here, 1 times 3, so you do 1 times 3, and then you add that to 2 times 1. And then the same, 4 times 2. And that answer is going to get you equals 13. And you plug in 13 into that position. And you go through, I'm just going to run through the calculations pretty quick here. Now I'm just going to go right along. You should be able to follow along where I'm getting these numbers. We're going to run 1 times 4 plus 2 times 0 plus 4 times 2 is equal to 12. And 12 goes in right here. And then we got 1 times 1 plus 2 times 1, which is actually a negative 1. So you're going to actually subtract it, and then plus 4 times 7. It's going to be equal to 27, and that one goes in right there. And moving on, 1 times 4 plus 2 times 3, 5 is equal to 30, and then 30 is going to get plugged in right there. And then we're jumping down now to this row. You have 2 times 4 plus 6 times 0 plus 0 times 2 is equal to 8. So you plug in an 8 right there. And we have 2 times 1 plus 6 times negative 1 plus 0 times 7 is equal to negative 4. So a negative 4 goes right in that position. We already have the 26. So 2 times 3 plus 6 times 1 plus 0 times 2 is equal to 12. And that fills our last position. And there we have this matrix is equal to the matrix A times B. And that's a wrap.